It's a site that has seen more than its fair share of great playoff memories the last few decades, and more could be in store as we've got playoff football again at sold-out Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the New England Patriots. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And he returns this to the 22.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Baltimore.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And he goes down. It's a Patriots save. Dante Hightower just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And a Raven first down.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Baltimore.
Matt Breida, 48 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time now with James White. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Sony Michel, his first carry. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Hey, check Mike 11, check Mike 11. Here we go, Q. Check Mike 11, check Mike 11. Do your job.
Prescott to throw it. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Check Mike 11, check Mike 11. Here we go.
A first down throw for Prescott. And that's caught by his tight end, Dalton Keene. And he's got this down to the 35.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Prescott yet again. And this one is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And again, it's Prescott. His throw caught at about the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Try to pound it in here with Michel. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you... Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. From the gun, Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin.
Lamar Jackson.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Complete.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
On the play. But it's 3rd down.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Jackson. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
A gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Jackson's throw caught here by Boykin. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and inches.
These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'm a boy, one for the sake, boy, till there's nothing left. I'ma run to the bed until we all got them buckets. With our footsteps coming up, we coming for the check.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. Dobbins hit and he fumbles. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Being chased out left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down now, Dobbins might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24.
4 yards. 1st down, Baltimore.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown.
Jackson.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 13-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
Complete to Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews there to make the grab. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The return. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 23-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Play fake. Here's Prescott. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
The ball carrier.
Malik Harrison on the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Y'all playing.
Now Prescott. And that's complete to the tight end, Devin Asiasi. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. 2 minutes to play here in this 1st half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. They'll turn to Michelle as they go back to the ground. Tackle made by K'Wan Short.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
That's good.
The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. This is Michelle on the counter. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Michelle going to try again. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. You often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up, and then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly. And that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jackson will throw again. Flush to his right. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Taken in at the 22. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Kickoff for Baltimore.
Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give. This is Michel. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
10 yards.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Play action now. Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot, Devin McCourty. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
20! And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Pardon, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask him.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Over 1st and 10. At their own 20-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
By the Ravens.
2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Ravens 28. Patriots.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Mike 10. All day, dog.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 44. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Tackle made at his 40.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
On 2nd and a couple. Prescott, man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Go to 54. Check back left. Go. Get out there. Play that time, D. Don't let him breathe, defense. Hey, check back left.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Quick slant to Brown. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
It's gonna take it. No hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'm a boy. One foot is safe. Boy, till there's nothing left. I'm a run to the bread and to the young, but them buckets. Yeah, the footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
On the coverage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run the counter. Michelle, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Michelle, the ball carrier.
Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7.
7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll throw again. Prescott. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Calais Campbell drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. And he'll be out right at the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And the Ravens.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bima Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
At the 42-yard line.
That one caught out wide by Boykin. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Patriots' 46-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Jackson options out left. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Adrian Phillips on the stop.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Right back to Dobbins on first. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. From the 31, Jackson, and his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 19. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. As the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
The score, Ravens 42, Patriots 21.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Prescott on the keeper.
Check back, left. Push him back. Push him back.
And a disappointing way to close out the season. You got into the playoffs but couldn't really make any noise.
Still a good season. Some might call it a great season when they get away from it a little bit, but they also will all look at their own errors, their own mistakes, and wonder how they could have played a little bit better. So if they get in this position again, they'll be ready to win.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. And with that, we say so long from Foxborough.